Hey, what's up? How's it going? Welcome to Dave's Watch channel. I'm Dave, and for this video, I'm just gonna talk about the state of my current watch collection. I've got 6 pieces. For me, that is more than enough watches. Um, Realistically, I only need 4 watches, right? I need a chronograph, a diver, dual time watch, and a dress watch, right? But I've got 6, and I'll just go through the pieces, and I'll explain why I bought them. Okay, anyway, this was my most recent purchase. It's the Rolex Datejust 116200. I bought it because, it was a good deal, and to be honest, I bought it with the intention of selling it, for a small profit, right? Make a couple $100 here. And also experience ownership of this piece. This is my first 6-digit Datejust, and I definitely prefer it over the 5-digit Datejust, right, or the vintage Datejust. It's beautiful, really well made, right? Huge improvements to the bracelet and the clasp, especially if you're experienced with the old Jubilee bracelets. They tend to get really loose and saggy. These are really solid, right? Really, modern clasps, modern bracelet, modern clasps. Of course, the lugs are thicker, and it's really the perfect size for the Datejust, I feel, right? For my wrist at least. I got about 6.25-inch wrists, all right, and it fits perfectly, right? The 36 mil Datejust, It's a great piece. Roman's numerals, and it's definitely more on the dressy side for a Datejust, but it's it's a Datejust, right? You can't go wrong with that. It's a handsome looking watch. Then after which, this was my second latest purchase. It's the Reverso. I really love this tribute to 1931 Reverso. Right, this is my second Reverso. My first one was the Reverso Grand Date, the Grand Date, Archie Luxuries Reverso. I bought it because I'm a fan of Archie Luxury, and I wanted to see, and he loves his Grand Date, and I wanted to see what the fuss was all about. It was a beautiful watch. The Grand Date is an amazing technological feat. It features 8-day power reserve, which is amazing, and it has the date wheel, independent date wheel, power reserve, such small seconds hand, just so much going on. It featured the beautiful movement of the case back, so great, right? But in terms of fit, it just didn't quite work out for my wrist, because I have rather flat wrists, oval shaped wrists. So the Grand Date, is a really thick case. It's got an XGT case, and it just protruded out of my wrist a little too much for my liking. It was just a little too thick, and so I still wanted a Reverso, and I wanted an ultra thin Reverso, and this one is just perfect, right? Beautiful watch, minimalistic, just hours, minutes, right? And over here, this is probably the watch I wear the most. This is my everyday sports watch. I wear it to go paddle. I wear it to the ocean. I go canoeing with this. I bike with this. I put it, it's the Yachtmaster. I spend the most time with this on my wrist, and it's a great watch. I really love it. It looks fantastic on a NATO strap. I've never worn a NATO this long on any watch in my watch collecting history, but I think it just looks really great. Obviously, it comes on a bracelet with the polished center links, kind of like this Datejust, but I think it just works really well on the NATO. Almost just as good as a Submariner. This is my dive watch, right? And I spent a lot of time with it. I wore this to my wedding as well, so it's a keeper. Right? It's got a lot of sentimental value to me as well. The Rolex Daytona. This is This is, in my opinion, the king of Rolex sports watches. Sure, you have the Submariner, the GMT, but at the end of the day, the Daytona is the one to, it is a grail piece, right? Prices for these have just gone crazy, and I picked this up just when it was about to go crazy, fortunately, and it was a wedding gift to me from my parents. I'm very grateful for that. I'm very fortunate, very lucky. I understand, it really makes me reflect on my family life and where I want to go. It's a beautiful piece, and I'm very thankful for it. Okay, maybe it's a bit cliche, right? The Rolex Daytona, but it's a reason why it's so coveted, and simply because it's a beautiful watch. And I'm gonna be keeping this for as long as I can. Hopefully I can hand it down eventually. Who knows what will happen, but I intend to keep it. But that's why I have it in my collection. It's beautiful, The unfortunate thing about it is that once I had the Daytona, I wasn't interested in the Speedmaster anymore, and I was a big Speedmaster person. However, I just didn't see the point of having two chronographs in the collection. So, I obviously picked the Daytona over the Speedmaster. But that's why I have it in a collection now. This is probably my favorite dial of all time. It is the AP Royal Oak, and reference 26120 dual time. This one is a beautiful piece, right? The Royal Oak, in my opinion, is probably the most significant sports watch in modern history, right? Luxury sports watch. Everything about the design is just fantastic. The bracelet, the integrated bracelet, the waffle dial, the tapisserie dial. It's just such a spectacular piece, right? The octagonal bezel, the screws on the surface showing is very industrial, very, I don't know. It just makes me feel so. It feels good, right? And that's what all watch collecting is all about. How do these pieces make you feel, right? What kind of emotion does it invoke when you wear it, when you hold it, when you look at it? And every time when I look at the time of this piece, ironically, time kind of stands still, because I'm always observing the dial under different angles of light. Looking at the subdials, I'm looking at, there's a lot to look at. It may be a bit busy for some, right? But for me, I like that busyness and the use of space on the dial, right? And I bought this because I sold my vintage Royal Oak, and because it didn't fit. I changed my eating style, I switched up my diet, lost a bunch of weight, my wrist shrunk, the vintage Royal Oak didn't fit anymore, so I had to replace it, and I picked this one. It's a beautiful piece. I really love this Royal Oak. And last but not least, this is, I guess, this is the centerpiece of my collection. When I consolidated my collection, I used to have about 12 watches. I had a lot of steel Rolex sports watches, and I consolidated them. I sold them all off. I sold a bunch of Explorer 2s. I sold my Submariner. I sold my Pepsi GMT Master 2. I sold a couple Datejust, and I sold a lot of Speedmasters, and I pumped it all into the Patek Philippe Nautilus 5711J, and it is stunning. Right, look at that movement. It is beautiful. It's breathtaking. I was never going to purchase a steel Patek Nautilus, right? They're just too crazy in terms of pricing, overvalued. However, this one, I feel that this one kind of flies under the radar a bit. I mean, obviously they're not cheap, but I think they are just as great as the steel Nautilus, right? This is in precious metal, yellow gold, same movement, same case, leather strap, and you know, it's a beautiful design, simple design, and this is, you know, this is the wow factor in my collection, my watch collection, and it's really breathtaking, right? So I have 6 pieces in my collection right now. Really, I have 5, right? Because I intend to sell the Datejust, right? Complete box and papers, and yeah. But for now, it's a 6-piece collection, and very happy with it. You know, it's manageable. Or something you got to consider is that the more watches you have, right, the higher the maintenance costs, right? Should you have to service it, and for me, really 4 is the perfect number of watches for me, right? It really depends on you. But anyway, hey, you made it this far. It's a long video. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm out. Bye.